Alright, should you buy the fastest version of your car? So right now, currently, we're in a 535D with a stage 1 tune on it. The car is rapid. It's fast, but it don't have sounds, okay? Because it's a 35D. This one sounds alright though. It's been, what has it got? Straight pipe and all of that.
DPF off.
Yeah, don't say DPF off. This is a top end of a 5 Series, isn't it? Would I compare it to an M5? No, I would not. That's kind of answered the whole question for the video, but I'm going to get more in depth to it. I wouldn't say a 5 Series and an M5 is the same car. But I started life out in a normal TDI Golf. I liked it. It was a manual. So then eventually I got the Golf R. That was also a manual, my one that I was driving about. They were not the same car, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They're not the same car at all. So my first Golf was a 2 litre TDI. My second diesel Golf was a GTD. So you're thinking that's the exact same thing. It has the same engine, apart from the GTD is quicker in a straight line, which is what I thought as well. But I was wrong. They genuinely don't feel like the same car. And you know why that is? It's because of the way they're set up. Suspension, gearbox, all of this stuff plays a big part. While this car here, a 535D, is faster than your 5 Series, let's be honest. Your 5 Series ain't moving like this, bro. Like this is a fast car. But it doesn't look as intense on video as an M5 would, because obviously it don't have the sound, and it's not as, you know what I mean, not a crackhead in your face, bro. I'll give you another example, yeah? Astra VXR, you know innit, that car's on smoke, that car's on job. You're comparing that to a normal Astra, bro. That's like comparing your dealer to your nan, mate. Unless your nan's your dealer, your nan's got to grow in an attic, bro, in a bungalow, the dickhead. Your nan's got a tech fleece. Unless your nan's a twat, you know what I'm trying to say to you, innit? It's two different things. You can't really compare it, you get me?
32 mile an hour thing.
Yeah, man, but it feels quicker for some reason, I don't know. This is not a performance car, but on a B road, you know what I mean? Pulls like a train, bro. 535D torque. It's not bad. You definitely can have fun in the non-performance variant of a car. Let's now compare, yeah, a 318D to a 340i. The 340i is levels above a 318D because it's an M Light in it. It's a mid-range, it's a decent car. But I would not compare a 340i to an M3. It's not the same car at all. An M3 is on job, mate. They're fat out the factory, and in a way they're even safer, bro, because it's not just about straight line speed, you get me? The car's got a better gearbox, better brakes, everything's better. Like, the car's made to go fast. This one, we've tuned the fuck out of it, but it don't have the M5 brakes or gearbox or anything like that. It's still a diesel, but believe it or not, 535D in this generation, the F10 on a stage 1 is doing the same 0 to 60 as an M5. What is it, 4.4 seconds?
Yeah, 4.4.
This is not official because we've tuned it, but just by ragging it about, it's around the same as an M5. It's next to an M5. It's diesel torque, innit?
Yeah,
it's torque. It's a fast car, but I still wouldn't compare it to an M5. Honestly, I wouldn't. It's a different feeling. The car's good, don't get me wrong, I love the car. You boys know I love a slow car, yeah? This is not a slow car. This is a very fast car. But should you get the fast version of your car, it depends who you are, innit? It's not really a straightforward answer. If you're a proper pettyhead, yeah, like a little, you sniff petrol for breakfast, you'd get high over it, then fair enough, it's miles per gallon. If you think it's worth paying a bit more to run your car, for it to be loud and rag it about, then you're a true car guy, innit? So for you, I think it's worth it. But for the average guy, even for me, to be honest, I drive my car a lot. As kids, we're told don't meet random men online, and I'm here to change that. If you want to see your cars feature on my videos and you're around Knots or willing to come down, then message my Instagram at RizzyElbow. We'll get a quick POV. I'll even wine and dine you before I send you on your way. So don't be shy and come and say hello. I'll give you another example, yeah. I had a coupe Scirocco. I started with a 1.4 petrol, then I had the Scirocco R. They were not the same car at all, bro. They don't feel like the same car. Which one did I prefer? The Scirocco R easily, but it is more financial. Like, you've got the maintenance on a Scirocco R is a lot more expensive than a 1.4 TSI. I feel like a lot of people, when they're getting these cars, they don't think about that, innit? Nice though, I like this car.
Nice, smooth, isn't it?
Yeah, smooth. It must be nice on the motorway.
Yeah, this is why I always use it.
They both have their ups and downs, right? So like, I'm driving about now in the village. This car's smooth because it's a diesel. It's literally for businessmen. It's a cruiser. The suspension is stock. Is it lowered?
Nope.
Alright,
just
alright, completely stock. The worse than stock. Suspension's on its way out.
Oh.
hell, I'm so used to driving Yaris's, usually I get through that, innit? Performance car, they're set up differently. That's the main thing you gotta remember. It's not just about which one's got more horsepower or in a diesel, which one's got more torque. It's about the faster cars, like your RS cars, they have quicker gearboxes, you know what I mean? Bigger brakes. And if anything, they're safer, you know what I mean? On a day-to-day, those cars can get you out of a lot of trouble as well, because you can just zip out of situations, or the cars are stopping better, bigger tyres, better tyres, all of that. When you're ragging a slow car fast, like I say, that's also fun. But really and truly, the fast car fast is a safer option, isn't it? If you're not a petrol head and you just want it, like you like the car, you're like, oh, I want to get the top range thingy, I actually don't think it's worth it, because if you're not petrol head, you don't really test the limits of your car, you don't really open it up, there's no point. Then it can almost feel like the same car if you don't focus on the performance side of it. Because an M5, when we sat in an M5 right now, is literally like this. This is how an M5 looks in it, of this generation. It looks the exact same. This one specifically has got an M5 steering wheel. This is a good car, you can have fun in this car. 535D, it's one of the best 5 Series there, but it's certainly not the same as an M5. Oh, is he on crack?
Probably going to the pub to get a few drinks in it.
It looks like he's already been to the pub to have a few. Yeah. You know that diesel whistle? Yo, I like your hard cut, bro. There's evidence, bro, live evidence that you can have fun in a 535D. Both cars are fun. You can make your normal car into a performance car, and it can even outdo the other car. But then you've got to spend so much money on it. Again, you've got to be a petrol head. I think it's worth it to buy the better version as opposed to rice out your 316i, bro. That, I think you might as well just get the M3. If you're spending 20-30 racks on it, engine swapping and all that, I've never understood those lot, unless you've got a sentimental attachment to the car. That's where it gets a bit too weird for me, innit? I weren't really into cars like that. If you give your exhaust a hand job, and then you lot are in your own lane, but I'm talking for the general public, you know me, innit? I'm the man of the people. I'm the mark scheme, I give you the right answer. Doing up your 116i, and I'm not even saying get the top variant of anything, innit? Like, try to get the best variant you can. Like, if we got 520D, we'd be bored right now, but he's got a 35D, you know what I mean? It stands out a bit. It's a sleeper, bro. It's a sleeper build. But you know what I'm saying? We're gapping Golf R's easily in this. But look at us, bro. We're chilling. You know what I mean? We've got the kids in the back. We're taking them to school. You can't complain.
Comfy seats, everything.
Corporate little motor, innit? Proper day trader. Nah, but I love the way these diesels sound. You know that 3-litre diesel?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's worth it to wait it out. You'll save money like that as well in the long run, innit? If you wait it out, then you can get a nicer car, you'll be happier. Gearbox tuned?
Yeah, gearbox mapped.
Gearbox is mapped, innit? Yeah. Oh my god, the normal ones do not move like this. I've just made a whole video about why you should just get the M5 and not go through all of this. Like I said, this is a top of the range 5 Series, innit? They're not usually like this. I wouldn't consider this a boring car. Probably not a good idea to film this video on a BMW, because even the M Lights, the 140i is not an M car, but it's still a really good car, you get me? And you've even got the 135i, which is, they're pushing similar power. The 35i sounds a bit better, but I don't want to get too controversial. The better car is the 140 to daily, innit? Reliability on the 35. That. Brother, you see what I mean? I'm a car channel now, innit?
Yeah,
I'm actually talking about something, not my nan's thong or anything like that. You can have fun in them, honestly. You can. Thing is, if you do want to go that extra mile and think, oh, I'm going to be satisfied with this, nah, bro, because you know all I'm thinking while I'm driving this, yeah, I'm itching to drive an M5 right now. Yo! Feels like you know, a diesel's good with it, feels like a petrol. See, right now, yeah, we're having fun, but I'll be real, the car's made, this one specifically, you agree in it, even you've tuned it to be a straight line sleeper on the motorway in Mexico, yeah. This car hands out gaps and it's a fun car, but right now, when we've actually got it on some windy roads, there's body roll in it. It's a bulky car, it's a 3-litre diesel, you remember, it's a 5 Series, there's a lot of body roll, look.
Yeah, feel it.
You know what I mean? Hey, look at my man, he's jiggling about, bro. You get me? Like drill music video, you get me, bro? Bouncy castle, innit? There's more power than the car can actually handle, you know what I mean? And that's because it's not the performance version. You've got to do the suspension, the brakes, Or if you've got too much power, then you've even got to get into roll cage and all of that. Just get the M5 at that point. Even the 540 will have these issues as well, you know that. Like the 140i does not handle good out of factory. It does not. Everyone knows this, innit? You've got to do, this is why you ask any 140i owner, what have you done to it? They all say the same mods. They don't come out good handling cars out of factory. Fun, you can have fun in them, but are they good handling cars? No. Are they made for this? Nah. Like this car here. Very good car, but not a performance car, innit? There's a difference. But I'll be real, one cool thing about this, if you do want a sleeper, and if an M5 gives it chat now, we'll be neck and neck. Worst case, he's gonna be there, you know what I mean? And he spent what, grands over us. Just don't worry about the corners and your tight turns and that. M5 probably got sensors, innit? But plus.
Yeah.
Sorry boys, we've done this whole video comparing it to an M5, we've had the traction on.
Be careful, the SC's off now, innit? Oi, oi, oi.
Cause there we got off. Yeah, no, you know, honestly, another thing that YouTubers don't mention in these videos, yeah, hypos do get you in trouble. Yeah. You're more likely to get pulled over, and in here we're not getting pulled over. It's just a 5 Series, innit? Like, we're not gonna get pulled over. In an M5, they pull you over for fun. One advantage to a car like this is the insurance. Bro, I'm telling you, it's all running costs, you get me? I don't think many people choicefully buy the non-performance version of a car. But I do think a lot of people buy it, like myself included. They buy a non-performance version because they wanted that one, couldn't afford it, got impatient, bought the S3 instead of the RS3, and then it's like, they're just itching for the next best thing. They get bored of the power quick. But for the vast majority, it's a money game, bro. Even stuff like fueling it is one, maintaining it, insuring it. Should I give it some here?
Yeah. This is where the circuit is for the knots, if you know.
This is the Nürburgring. I'm gonna just let it off, bro. Look at that 535D power. Nah, this is a very quick car, you know. I'm actually very impressed with it. I feel like a lot of people want me to do a 35D as well. I wanted to do the 335D, but this is the same thing, innit, really? It's just a bit obese. It's had his Pepe's.